Hey yo, what's up you guys, so I'm coming here with another video. You know what, we're just gonna straight up talk. Just talk for like 10 or whatever minutes that I'm doing this video. There was a lot of things to talk about in this past couple of weeks. I wrote it down, so pretty much kind of going on a rapid fire, kind of jumping all over topics from CNN Plus to Halo to Love and Thunder to Elon Musk taking over Twitter. So we're just gonna talk about a little bit of everything. So with that said, shall we begin?
So tall cause I'm hauling. I was laying up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, these niggas salty. All this is on my body, got me.
But first, of course, if you're new to my channel, what is up? My name is Mitch, Maverick Mitch. Hey Mitch, all the Mitches, the real Mitcher, and pretty much I like talking about what I talking about. So, current events, reviews, pop culture, social political commentary, be sure to check out all those videos as you're finishing this video. And please like, share, and subscribe as it feeds the algorithm. And let's get into it. Alright, so again, rapid fire. I don't even know how I'm gonna title this video, you know, rapid fire topics on top of topics, I don't know. But again, just gonna go straight into it, just going on to other different topics, right? So CNN Plus, right? Okay, 28 days, CNN Plus, now it's gone, now it's failure, it's canceled, it's gone, it's done, over, and everything. You know, there have been more like YouTuber channels that had lasted a year more than CNN Plus, okay? It just kind of goes to show like one, no one's watching CNN, you know, and on top of that, no one is gonna pay additional money to watch CNN Plus, right? And it also shows the level of disconnect that they have in their mind. Like, no one's gonna watch it because y'all are liars. Secondly, y'all are liars. No one cares. Like, the only reason why CNN is around is because it's legacy media, right? Mainstream media. So that's the only reason why, right? And you know, I think they see people like, whether it's on YouTube or Fox Nation, I believe, that does streaming or whatever, whether newscasts, whatever, and they say that they can do the same thing. But obviously, no, we only watch, if there is people that watch CNN, it's because you guys are around, you have a big name and everything, and yes, you were good way back when, but now you peddle things that are lies, and you peddle things that are one-sided. It'll be another thing if it's like, hey, we're gonna be biased, we have a view on this side, but the fact that you're trying to be quote-unquote objective, like, no, that's not the case. Like, y'all were saying things bad about Rittenhouse, saying things bad about the Covington kid, you know, say you were defending Justice Smollett, you know, all of this stuff, right? But we don't care about that no more, right? And so obviously people have been dragging them in the mud for as they should. So bye-bye CNN Plus, right? So moving on to Disney, groomer bill, don't say gay, all of that good stuff, or bad stuff rather. And so, you know, we're seeing, like, I think now people are mentioning that Disney is going on a silent mode because they're seeing their stocks going down. They're seeing some of this backlash of, like, really, like, just platforming the Democrats and the progressive movement, right? It'll be one thing if they just want to be family friendly, whatever, like, everyone's inclusive, but no, they just want to now peddle this whole thing. And so now we're seeing Ron DeSantis giving away their tax breaks, right? And so now you have the left who is like saying, like, no, don't give the tax breaks. The same left that criticized Bezos and stuff, like, oh, they have too much money, and now you're gonna criticize and say, like, no tax breaks on Disney, one of the bigger corporations. Like, again, disconnect, tribalism, all that stuff, right? And so we'll see how that all pans out, right? And I seen, like, a person said, like, there's 70 million employees in Disney, and there's only so many Republican voters in Florida. This is a bad look, and this, like, you're gonna see the results in the next election. I don't think they understand that, well, one, a portion of Disney's money is from the parents, right? The parents that don't want this stuff, right? It's one thing that they always say, like, you know, like, it's one thing that you're talking, like, well, one, don't talk about sex. hetero anything sex with kids. Like, why are you gonna do that? And it kind of goes, I haven't done a review about it, I haven't done another thing, but like even the Pixar's movie Turning Red, I saw there was controversies around that, in the sense that they were saying like, why you guys are gonna be talking about periods and all that stuff. I understand that is a natural cause in young women, but why do you gotta put it in a movie? You know, like, and I kind of agree to that. Maybe I can also see how the right is overreacting type of thing, but you know, I can kind of see the point as far as why are we putting this in a movie. It just feels very it feels very forced, especially, you know, in that same movie there's a line of my body, my panda, and obviously it's a play on my body, my choice. That part, I have more issue with that than the period stuff. So period, talking about what's going on into Twitter. Okay, so Elon, we have seen this play out. This is great for the culture war. I talked about this on PHLV Open Forum a couple of times. Just segments, you know, we have Elon, who has taken 9.2 shares. Now he's refusing to go on the board so that he is actually one of the shareholders. He's not handcuffed to whatever the board is, you know. So obviously I do think he's gonna take over Twitter. So we're just gonna end up seeing that. And again, that's so great. Like, yo, we're like, as much as Twitter is hot garbage, right? But, you know, it still plays a role in the culture war, right? It has journalists, it has politicians, it has celebrities, right? It still has things that are very influential. You know, if Elon takes it back, you can bring back Babylon B, we can bring back all the conservatives, Trump, you know, and all the, you know, we can bring it like Elon said, it is a de facto public square, and I agree, and we're gonna need something to combat all of these people that is still left on Twitter. As garbage as it is, I think by having a opposing voice on it, I think it would work great for free speech, but not only that, more so for the 22 and 24 elections, right? And I think everyone agrees on that. Rapid fire, Fantastic Beasts. This movie was like it felt like a season cramped into one movie, right? And you don't know who the protagonist is. You don't know who you're rooting for. Personally, I was rooting for Kowalski, right? And so I didn't care for Newt Scamander, and then they didn't. If you're gonna go with the Secrets of Dumbledore, and I guess that's supposed to be Ezra Miller also in the hot seat, but Ezra Miller's character. But I guess the other secret of Dumbledore is that he's gay. But I mean, we already knew that. You know, it wasn't horrible, but it just felt like it was disconnected, right? And also, no, I take it back. This movie was horrible in a sense that, you know, you're introducing like the UN in magic, when that was not a case. You're introducing new characters, you're introducing this new concept, because I was talking to a coworker, like each of the ministries, whether it's in Hogwarts London or the Congress Magic in New York, like it seemed very separate, and it didn't seem like there was a governing body of the magic community. Like, yes, they're all aware of each other, but there wasn't in any of the movies, there didn't seem anything to be of a governing force, and so I didn't like that. Jumping into Halo. Halo, people have been talking, I saw Geeks and Gamers, it sucks, blah blah blah. Like, right now, it's okay, it's not the greatest. I'm looking forward to figuring out Halo's storyline. I get it, you're not supposed to see his mask, but you know, it's not like The Mandalorian where it's a religion. This is more kind of like, because you don't see his face in the game, so that you're immersed. But okay, so even then, but fine, but you're giving me a lot of characters that I really don't care. I really don't care about this Korean girl that they're in it. Like, yeah, great Asian representation, but she's so annoying. And I have no interest of getting to know her. She's supposed to be like a child of her governor and all that stuff that's being occupied for us. But like she has no support. Like, it would be something if she had, like, she could fight or something. But she just feels so whiny, and I don't see, like, there's nothing that gravitates me towards this character. So more Master Chief than anything else. Going into Moon Knight. Moon Knight, also episode 4 in the filming of this video. I mean, I want to see, this is the 4th episode of the 6 episodes. where does this tie into the MCU? Like, I want the meat and potatoes. I want the, like, dang main course. And I'm still getting things that I don't really care for. So, I need this thing to move forward. Next up, Thor, Love and Thunder. You know, they dropped this trailer, and I could do a review on it. I think I will. But, you know, I'm not really caring for a lot for it. Yeah, I think it's going to be funny with Thor and the Guardians of the Galaxy and a Star-Lord. But for the most part, I know it's gonna be a bait and switch, right? I know it's gonna be a bait and switch. They're gonna put in King Valkyrie. They're gonna make Natalie Portman, Mighty Thor, into the prominent. They're just gonna sideline Thor and put these things in the MCU, right? And so, as a trailer, I will admit, and Geeks and Gamers Jeremy said the same thing, I will admit, it's a very normie trailer. If you don't know anything in the background, if you're not following woke narrative and all the things that's going on and seeing all the patterns and direction that this, like, Disney is going with, you're gonna see this trailer and be like, hey, yeah, it's cool, look entertaining. But, like, already we've seen Morbius that wasn't good. We saw Fantastic Beasts that was, like, not good. Eternals wasn't good. So gone were the days where we can actually have good movies. Like, if they're pushing woke narrative stuff and, like, all this stuff that we don't really care for, like, no. And also, I don't understand how going in the Love and Thunder, right? Why bring back Natalie Portman? To my understanding, she didn't want to be here. She didn't care for it. She even talked bad about being in the MCU, right? And so that's why she wasn't in the last, like, Thor movies, right? And so I don't understand why you had to have her. And then you already got, like, Valkyrie. I don't understand why you got to have it King Valkyrie. But she, like, again, I don't know if that's supposed to be woke. That's supposed to be king. Like, why not just have Queen Valkyrie or just Valkyrie? Like, I think Valkyrie's enough of a title. But shouldn't she be Mighty Thor or whatever? The female Thor? Like, she's already, like, there. Like, I don't understand why I had to bring Natalie Portman. And I think this is all stupid. So, and then I'm gonna guess, without even looking at this movie, like, they're just gonna make Thor a joke. Like, it's one thing to be Fat Thor for Endgame and Infinity War, but he overcomes it. Like there was a scene like, I'm still worthy. Great. Like, in your despair, like, you are still worthy. Got it. But if you're just gonna go into another, like, finding themselves and put him under the bus that he's some, like, joke, then, like, we already see it, right? And so moving on to Netflix. Netflix is going down, right? We'll see what this is gonna happen. Like, hey, Daily Wire, y'all should buy Netflix. Like, put a streaming like, people have mentioned this, Tim Pool mentioned this, Daily Wire needs a streaming service, you know, and so, hey, maybe Daily Wire's gonna buy out Netflix, right? And so we'll see if that happens. No mask mandates, right? No mask mandates, or at least no mask mandates on airplanes. So we're seeing this, like, I've been done. I've been done with the mask and all that stuff. And it's funny, like, people are so tribalism. Like, I've been hearing stories that people still have to wear the mask, whatever. Like, hey, if it's your choice, right? If you want to do your thing. But if you are wearing a mask because you feel like you have to double down, or that you are in this woke religion, like, you gotta look yourself in the mirror. Like, if I'm like, no joke, like, I still see, like, when I pass by these middle schools, high schools, whatever, I see, like, these, like, they're outside and they're wearing masks. I don't understand. Like, what the freak are you guys thinking? Like, are you yourself or your parents that freaking, like, progressive or woke that you guys are not, like, understanding? We're done. Like, ever since Ukraine, ever since the invasion of Ukraine, we've been done with the whole COVID stuff. That's old news. I don't understand why y'all have to be like that. Talking about old news, kinda, not a great segue, but Biden handshake, have you seen that, right? Him shaking hands with an invisible person. Like, obviously, like, there's other gaffes and all that stuff, especially him when Obama came, right, and like, no one was paying attention to Biden. That was really sad, though. Like, when Obama's, like, you can say that he's joking, but, like, obviously, when he says, like, oh, my Vice President Biden, you can say that he's joking or whatever, or he can cover his joking, but that's how you see him. That's how you see him. Like, you like, as someone in the military, Like, I have no issue. I can switch. Like, if someone who was young, like lower ranking than me, becomes higher ranking than me, right? I have no issue of giving them proper rank, right? And how easy, if Obama actually respected Biden, he would say, Mr. President, well, I'm former president and this is Mr. President. Like, you can, if you see him in that position, you would give rank and title to that person, right? But he clearly don't. And so obviously gaffes galore with Biden and everything, and it just goes to show the mental decline, right? And so, like, no surprise there, but I just feel like we gotta mention it because that's how it is right here, right now, right? Cool! Alright, well, I covered everything that I really kind of wanted to talk about, like, so it was like rapid fire as far as everything that I talked about. So comment below, tell me what you think. What of this sequence of things I talked about that you wanted me to talk more about, like if there's something that you want me to go review, do reaction on, or talk further on. But the biggest thing I think we got to talk about, well, one was CNN Plus, right? And then obviously we're gonna see how Elon and Twitter's doing. I love all the meltdowns that the left is doing. Give me more. We're all living for it. This is, again, I think this is the biggest news because this is where we fight back in the culture war, right? Like, of all the institutions, at least we can get a foothold, a beachhead, you know, like Normandy, you know, and so we're gonna like do well, and again, people's minds are changing, right? There's not a lot of people supporting Biden per se, you know, and so red pilling is gonna just be that more. Like, again, one thing that I said going into this administration is like, I couldn't really say like, hey, Trump, because people were so turned off by Trump, right? But now I can say, yo, look what Trump did, right? Look, remember Trump? All that good stuff, and like all the hate that he was getting for what? Everything that Biden is actually doing, right? Like, it's gonna be crazy. So again, a lot of things to talk about. I'll work on my next video. I still need to do things on the street and everything, so looking forward to that. And so I'm just having fun doing a quick talk, rapid fire talk here. And so thank you for watching. If you've gone this far, and comment below, tell me what you think. Please comment below anything because it feeds the algorithm. I've been like, my last videos, the YouTube algorithm did not like it. Like I went from like 400 views daily across my whole channel to like 100. YouTube is not liking my, it's not putting me in the algorithm. So if you comment below, and if you like this video, please do, so that it feeds the algorithm and so that other people hopefully can find my channel and we start building more talking and all of this good stuff, fighting this woke narrative and everything. So again, thank you for watching. If you like this video, you can please like, share, and subscribe. You can find me on my Instagram at HeyMitchMitch. You can find me on Rumble, Mitch Lozada, and see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace, peace, peace. Be with you.